If you watch my channel at all, you know two things about me. Number one, I like to find quality beach items, and number two, I love the shade. And we've got a large family event coming up, so I needed something bigger than just a couple umbrellas, and I found the Big Tuna Shade. I'm going to show you how to set it up, and I'm going to give you a couple pro tips that I've learned along the way after using this for a number of times. This thing is solid. The Sunshade comes in a really nice backpack. Here are the components from right to left. You've got the support poles, the corner poles, the whole stake, and then the anchor stakes and the Sunshade itself. Big Tuna added this stake to the kit recently, and this is so if you're working on hard ground, you can actually punch a hole in and sort of ream out a hole in the ground first, and that helps you get the anchor stake in. So on some really hard packed sand, I'll use this, but on soft sand I won't, but it is very helpful. And all you do is push down and go in a circle like this. And there we go. Take your T-handle, insert it in the hole here in the anchor. It's got a rubber grip on it. And go ahead and start your first anchor. Then we go caddy corner, and we take the back opposite corner of the Sunshade itself, and we're just going to stretch it this way. And I'm going to stretch it out to my arm's length, and then I'm going to drop this stake about right here. Then I can just eye up our other front corner and face this off just the way I want to. And that one's going right there. Once you do this a few times, you'll be able to just eyeball your last corner, just like that. Insert your green poles in the corner. Clip your corners onto the end of the green stake. Add your support poles underneath, and we are done. The beach is getting busy, but I'll show you, this is just one configuration, and that's what's unique about the Big Tuna Beach Shade, and that is you can do a bunch of different configurations to adjust either for the wind or for the position of the sun. And this is how you do this, and you can do this on any corner. So all you do is unsnap the Sunshade and adjust the number of poles you have here on the corner. So let me take 2 out. Put that down because I want the back end a little bit lower. I'm going to do that on the other side as well. And it adjusts that easy and that fast. Here's one thing you're going to want to know, because when you first set it up, you're going to be afraid to stretch this thing. First of all, the material itself is extremely elastic, but also there's 3 reinforced points on this corner, and it goes all the way through to the other side. It's quadruple stitched right here. Don't worry about stretching it. Get the fabric as tight as you need it to get in order to stretch out properly for the space you want to cover. The auger anchors that are in the ground, those are galvanized, so you don't have to worry about those rusting, which is perfect for what we need in this kind of an environment. The support poles for inside the tent actually have an extension on them, and you can remove that by just pushing this release tab right here. So if you don't need the entire height, just don't use it. Everything else is shock corded. The top of the support poles have a foam ball on them, so it won't poke through the material itself. The corner anchors are stainless steel, so these aren't going to rust. And yes, the poles are designed to stretch like that. The people at Big Tuna say that you can assemble this in 10 minutes or less. The first time, I could not do that. The second and third time, I did in under 10 minutes, and it gets smoother every time you do it. Really, the only work is putting the anchors into the ground, and after that, it's just adjusting it and customizing the number of poles you want in order to accommodate where the sun's coming from or the wind, etc. I also know that one of the owners of this company is an engineer, and you can see that in the components that they use to build this with. There's nothing that comes across as cheap, comes across as well built. It also comes across as it's going to last. So the components are all stainless steel. If anything, this thing is overbuilt, so I expect to be able to use this for a long time to come. I guess that would make him the big kahuna at Big Tuna. I hope you found this video interesting and informative, and if you have, please hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.